Could that fight have gone any better? Could you have drawn that up more perfectly than how that played out?
I mean, I haven't watched it back yet, but I don't think so, man. It's surreal. It's wild to think that, like, just 30 minutes ago I was in an octagon fighting one of the toughest men in the world. It's like, and now we're just sitting here we're all sitting here like it wasn't a big deal for the past 10 weeks of just like, all right, shit, I gotta get ready for this thing, and I gotta be sharp, and now you just get that big release, and it feels like it's been a long time since I've had that massive, like, fireworks release, because it was, it felt like Vancouver was the last time I had it. I had that, almost a good performance in Toronto, and then lost at the very end of the fight, and then had I won a fight in Edmonton, and it was what I needed for my career, but it wasn't this, So I was just another guy on the card that night. Tonight I was like, that is what I got into MMA to do.
Is it almost a freeing sense in there?
Oh, yeah. Like after or during?
But like both, honestly.
Honestly, both. There is a little bit of the door locks, he says, go. And it's like, all right, man, we're jumping out of the plane. Like, we're free falling here. Like, there's no turning back. The only way out is through. Let's go. And then afterwards, once it works out, it's just like, oh, like, yes, man, thank God. Like, this feeling I've been chasing since June of 2023. Like, I get it again. Yes, thank you.
And I know, especially at the media days and all the interviews, you downplayed his comments. You even said, like, don't boo him. We're celebrating tonight. But just what was that reception to, like, not just, I'm sure you heard it at the weigh-ins, like you couldn't hear the person next to you talk because of the boos, and then when you came in, you were basically Captain Canada in there. You felt like the biggest star on this card. So just talk about the crowd reaction, just your fight as a whole.
Man, again, Edmonton, I know it wasn't the performance that people have come to expect from me. So I thought, I'm like, okay, well, I had a loss, and then I had a fight that was, just a strategic kind of poke fight, outscore somebody and just get some time on the canvas. So I'm like, okay, maybe this one, I'll just be another Canadian on there and won't necessarily get that warm reception I got in Vancouver, and this coming out for the weigh-ins, I was like, oh no, I miscalculated that. This is the loudest crowd I've ever heard. This is so sick. I got to feel like the man and just like walk out and just try and soak it all up, man. You only get this feeling so many times in your life. This is something that most people never get to feel, and I don't want these moments to pass by without being absorbed and appreciated.
And then what do you want next for your career? I know this is like the highest of highs that a person can probably experience, but at what point do you sit down and now look ahead, or is that, like, as Dana said, like, that's a Tuesday conversation?
That's a Tuesday of June conversation. Give me a little bit to just chill. I don't cut corners, man. I don't take this lightly. This isn't, even before the loss, it's not like, oh well, now I'm gonna start taking this seriously. It's like, dude, I've been a professional fighter for 14 years. Like this, I took some time off from competing just to coach for a while. 14 years is a long time, and I've put so much focus and attention into this game. And again, yeah, I don't cut corners. I don't really take any time off. I'm saying give me some time. I'm not gonna end up actually taking real time off. I know who I am, but right now in my head, I think I'm gonna take some time and go to a beach or something, or go to a cottage in Muskoka or something. But yeah, no, that's a Tuesday conversation.
Just last one for me. I know you said kind of the build-up with him was the cherry on top, makes this exciting, but his pre-fight comments were he was more durable and he had more firepower, and then you put him away in basically less than a minute. Is that the extra cherry on top to kind of use his words against him, essentially?
I mean, I got some good power in my hands too, man. Like, I won by knockout in my first fight. I wore my blood-soaked flag that I wore out to the Mickey Gall fight, still covered in blood stains, which I was like, shit, should I wear that out? Is that disrespectful? Do I have blood all over the flag? And I'm like, no, man, I want that as like an added thing that I'm taking to the octagon with me. Like, no, man. And it was the same, caught him with a left hook to put him away, just like that night too. but yeah, I mean, no, I'm durable. I hit hard. I'm strategic, you know. And he is too, man. I mean, this is the brutal part about this game is like, oh man, you lost and he lost, you won. Like that means you're really good and that he sucks, right? It's like, no, dude, that's a really good fighter. That guy has starched dudes in the UFC. Like that guy's good, man. I felt sharp tonight. I trust the process. I trust my coaches. I trust my team. We put in a lot of intentional work. We're very intense. There's no like sweating sessions. I don't go in and just like really go through the motions or just like do a class or something. It's like everything that we do is so focused. Like, what are we trying to gain out of this session? If we can't answer that question, then we're altering it.
I know it's the last one. Actually, one more. What did you think of Jazz's performance in there? She got her black belt too.
Yeah, deserved the black belt big time. And I remember I'm like, damn, she's setting that bar high. And I like, all right, I said it earlier. I'm like, all right, I guess Jazz will get to be the man tonight. And I'm just going to focus on just getting the win, just going out there and staying focused and not trying to, have a win like hers. And, it ended up kind of working out to where we both got to have great performances in different ways. And I'm just so proud of her, man. She's such a great example of consistency and hard work. And like, she started late, man. She started training at 26. Like, I had fought in Bellator before she started training. I had moved to California to train at Alpha Male before she started training. I was like, and she beat me to the UFC by a couple of weeks on Contender Series. And then now she's ranked and just beat a former champion, one of the greatest female fighters of all time. Like, Jessica Andrade is an incredible fighter. Like I mentioned earlier, Jazz took her down, took her back, rear naked choked her. Like Mackenzie Dern didn't do that. Mackenzie Dern's like a multiple-time world jiu-jitsu champion, and Jazz did that to Jessica Andrade. Like, Jazz is so good, man. I'm so proud of her.
Mike right here. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Just to build a little on what Jose said earlier, I mean, during media day, you said all the right things. How much of that was not getting lured into an emotional fight with Charles, and was there anything that he did say that got you at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't want to. Some people maybe need that heated intensity to come out and feel like feel like a cornered animal, and they need to do that to perform. I don't think that's me. If it comes down to something like that, I'm like, okay, I can, if something gets emotional, all right. Okay, but I felt just staying calculated and focused on the task at hand was the way to do it, and I felt pretty genuine all week. Everything could have gotten to me or to anyone. Anything can get to anybody. You can let stuff get to you, right? But I'm the one in control here. It's like, this guy's not in control of my emotions. This guy's not in control of what I'm going to think about or what I'm going to focus on. There's so many things with this sport, and I talked about it all week. There's so much stuff you can focus on when it comes to fighting in the cage or fighting in the octagon. It's like, representing my country. Oh man, I don't want to let these people down. Oh man, I want to make this kind of money. I want to be ranked. I want this. I want these opportunities. I want all this stuff. It's like, all right, of those things, what actually affects what happens in the octagon? None of them? Really? If you don't let them? Okay, what affects what goes on in the octagon? That's what you need to focus on, and that's what I was focused on all week. And I thought I did a good job of it. I felt, you get all sorts of feelings on fight day, but overall I felt pretty calm. It's funny, almost like too calm to where you're like, man, is that worrisome that I'm like not as scared as I could be, or like that I'm not anxious, like I'm, so, yeah.
You said after the fight, I mean, you were very gracious in victory. You also said those last few shots did feel good. Was that kind of your super necessary moment, let's say?
I don't think I said that, did I? Did I say that?
You might have.
All right, maybe I said that. Dude, it's a fight in a cage, dude, in the octagon. Like, he's awake. If I let off early and he stands up, we're back at it. Sorry, man. Like, you're in there to protect yourself, and Mark Goddard was in there to protect yourself. I'm not going to be the third guy in there to protect you. You know what I mean? Like, no, it's go time until he said stop, and I stopped. that's when I'm stopping.
Fair enough. And then you talked about Jazz. There was a clip going around, big moment between the two of you backstage. You've done this a few times now where you've shared a card. Do you prefer that, or would you rather not be fighting when she's fighting? Like, how do you look at it?
No, I love sharing a card with Jazz and my teammates. That's, every time we book a fight, it seems like it's like the fight week, the same week we both get a fight together, and our saying is 2 weddings, because when it comes to fighting, fighting is kind of like, based on the result, people either treat you like you got married or treat you like you're at a funeral. It's either like, yes, congratulations, everything's great, everything's going well, or it's like, I'm really sorry for your loss. And it's like, dude, which just sucks in and of itself. But then, so we're like, that's it. It's 2 weddings. It's going to be 2 weddings again. We're both going to be able to celebrate. We're both going to get that awesome, that awesome performance. And we're both going to be able to, be proud of ourselves after.
Well, congrats on the awesome performance.
Thank you.
Mike, right here.
Yeah.
The finishing sequence was really good. Was it something that you were working on in camp, or was it something that just came upon in the fight that you jumped on?
Like what dropped him, or what?
What dropped you? What dropped him? I think it was a left hook that dropped him, and then you obviously followed up with the ground and pound.
I mean, I've had lots of great striking coaches throughout my career. None better than Cruellin Helmegen. That's, something he's been working with me for, 15 years, 16 years? Yeah. I mean, if you watch Cruellin's style, you watch his fighters fight, this wasn't like a one-off thing. If you go through his fighters' highlights, that's what that man does. That he's an elite level Muay Thai coach, elite level K1 kickboxing coach Glory world champions, Bellator kickboxing champions, UFC fighters, Muay Thai world champions, and so that's something we've been working on for a long time, and I'm getting better at it, and I'm very grateful to have him and Chris Prickett and Andre Grambois and Danny Patterson with me on this journey.
There was a lot of emotions after the win, obviously, when you were speaking with DC. We don't normally see that from you. Was that kind of just the realization of the moment and it being such a big part of your career and big night for you?
If you don't see that from me normally, you're not looking close enough, because I cry after every fight, man.
Fight night card is rumoured to be coming to Canada later on this year. I would assume that you would like to be on that card, yourself and Jazz again. Do you feel, with wins for both of you tonight, you could be looking at co-main main event slots for both you guys?
That's a Tuesday conversation. Yeah, obviously that's probably what's going to end up happening, but we'll talk about that later.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your win. You made Canada very proud tonight.
Thank you.
I saw you and Pierre Poilievre had an interaction. Is there anything you want to share about the words exchanged between you two? Are you surprised he's a fight fan?
No, I'm not surprised he's a fight fan. We have a mutual friend. I don't know if, we have a mutual friend, and I knew he was a fight fan. Yeah, I didn't mean to take a firm political stand. I didn't mean to become a political figure today. It just, all right, man, I appreciate people who are trying to make our country a better place and who are willing to work hard for us. And that's just, there's so much bullshit with politics and stuff right now. Whatever side you're on, I just hope people want to help people, want to help our country, want to make this country a better place, provide opportunities for people, look out for one another. The logo behind me, Skilled Trades College, man, they're doing a great job of providing education and job opportunities for young people in this country, and those are the kind of people that I want to partner with and invest my time with, and just like the Full Send boys and man, I'm so it was cool to see Mr. Poilievre. That was really cool. Didn't expect that. And I appreciate the support, and I hope just want the best for our country, man. I hope we're on the up and up.